Okay, breeders, today is April 8th. It's Monday. We had a pretty good week. I've been flying the first group of birds. I think we got them 4 or 5 days last week. So not really doing much. Just getting out, messing around on the ground, flying to the rooftops. Every now and then a couple will take off and make a couple circles and come back in. They're getting better every time to get out. That's the thing. One thing I did notice, we had them out. It only took a day or two, and they found out about going under the building. And with now being on wire here, there's a lot of stuff, droppings fall through. I really didn't want the birds in that and picking through it. So we took this weekend. We put lattice around the loft, keep the birds from getting under there. Yesterday we had them out, and it worked pretty good. They were all up on it, but they couldn't get through it. And they stayed right here in the general area in the grass, picking around. With it being the 8th, we got 8 shipping weeks left to get birds in. And we're pretty much on track. We had another good week last week. And the birds in the previous week got moved out of quarantine or in the loft now. And then we cleaned the building out, ready for this week's birds. I put up the inventory yesterday, and you'll notice I got it separated in groups. We had the first group out, and then the second group hadn't been released, but we just run them through the traps for to get a count on them. And that's only the first week. We got another week in there that's learning how to use the traps now. As soon as they figure that out, we'll get moved with the first group. Probably here in another one day next week or something, I'll probably start turning group 2 loose, or the first part of them, turn them loose. And, like I said, I'm gonna wait till group 1's flying and doing well, and when group 2 is all out together and they're flying and doing well and start routing, then I'll let the 2 mix together. And by that point, we should be having our third and final group coming out of quarantine. Everything looks pretty good. We had some injuries this week. We got one that broke its leg, one that hurt its wing pretty bad. He hit a tree limb or something while he was flying. And there's a few birds that didn't clock back in. Just have to watch on the report there. As soon as it's a couple days and I know it's lost, I've marked it as marked them as lost in there, so you guys know you can send a replacement in. Then we did have one more bird show coming back this morning. Was in the loft. In the evenings, I leave the landing board down where they can only trap in the hallway. So we get a late bird coming in, he can just trap in the hallway, and then which I'm glad. He's one that's been missing for a day, and then showed back up. I guess he was out exploring the area and decided this is the best place to be. Well, all right, guys, it's Monday. Enjoy your work week, and I'm going to keep flying the birds, and then we'll see how we go for next week.